you there's new things happening, because I see you're getting the ball rolling. There's something new, a new group that you want to start or something, and I see you really getting it out there and starting to put the get the wheels rolling, let's say. For others of you too, I see you coming out of your self-imposed shutdown. I feel like you're also letting fresh air in. So not only are you opening up to the light, but you're also opening up to some new energies, some new things that can feed you. Um, for a lot of you too, I see you thinking about eating fruit, and they're saying, eat the fruit. All right. If your body is craving something, your body knows what it needs. So apples specifically. So it's like, I feel like you're starting to ingest more fruits. All right. And and it's cute because they just put a key in my hand and they said, well, that's also the key to the kingdom is, well, you're right, the fruits of good and evil, right? Knowing the yin yang, the positive negatives, and all of that is the fruit also. So it's quite literal as well. Yeah. For a lot of you too, I see you starting to do things the way you like to do them. It's like you've done the safe route, let's say, in life, but I see you starting to put your own spin and your own way into what it is that you're doing. It's as though too, you have walked your path for so long that your feet are very calloused. So even though you've had shoes on, they're very callous, but more so because you have leaned into what was gentle and easy and not necessarily what was hard. Sometimes we don't want to, we're afraid of what something's going to take. Like, oh, well, then I'd have to learn this, or I'd have to do that, or I'd have to go back to school. And instead, it becomes more arduous to stay where you're at in the comfort zone than it is to push yourself forward. And so you're at this stage now where it's like, I can't do what's comfortable anymore. I've got to do what's going to help me grow. All right. So I've got a little tickle here. Somebody's tickling me. All right, let's see. I also see that a lot of you are weighing some changes. Like, should I do this or not? And it's funny because this stone that I have, it is quite heavy, but it's like it feels heavy. So it's whatever you're weighing seems heavy. And they're saying, let it lighten up. And when it becomes more, when it feels lighter, when it feels easier, then do it then. Don't do it if it feels forced or if it feels too heavy or conflictual for you. And they said, whoever this is for, you'll understand it, is what they're telling me. I also see for a lot of you, you need to see the big picture. You've been looking at the picture and it's very tiny, and they said blow it up and you're going to see all the details that you were missing, and many of you were missing a lot of the details. And I also see that some of you have a friend whose tail is wagging, meaning they're talking too much. Maybe I want to pull back from that, pull away from somebody that, is saying more than they need to be saying. This is a person that's friendly by nature, but it's just a little too much talking. Yeah, I feel like keep your own confidence. Keep your own, the things that are close to you, keep them with you. Yeah. I also see a lot of you are ready to go off on an adventure, and I see you very well prepared. It's like I see it's almost as if the red and white cloth for a picnic table is out, and you're folding it up, and you've got all the utensils and everything you need there. So, and it's so small, like you've been able to contain everything you need into something small, but it's going to work so well. And it's going to be really at your disposal anytime you need. It's like, oh, look, I'm glad I brought that. Oh, I'm glad I have that. And so I see that the simple things and the true little necessities that you've brought are the things that you'll need. I do also see a lot of sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up. It's kind of like, I thought I was going to sit down. No, now you're standing up. So I feel a little impatience with this because I feel like, it's on, off, on, off, on, off. I went to a church once where they sang so much. Every time I thought the service was going to actually start the talking, we would sing again. And so it was really kind of comical because it was just constantly up and down. So I do feel a little bit comical about this. I don't feel you being impatient with whatever this is. It's going to be kind of humorous. Like, okay, well, guess we're not going. Okay, now we're going. Okay. So a little back and forth, but not a lot, okay? So, good sense of humor goes a long way. I feel like a lot of you are starting to really get to know yourself a lot better. I feel like you're starting to understand you a lot better. You're a lot less finger pointing out and a lot more paying attention here. And you're understanding how you pointed out a lot at people. You're this, you're that. And you're not understanding that you were speaking on yourself. Like you needed to really, part of it was fear. You were trying to protect yourself. Okay, so they're saying that you're coming back home and you're loving yourself and you're obliging yourself to pay attention and admit when you're wrong and to yourself and do things differently. I also see like a turnstile going halfway. It's like halfway. I don't feel like I'm going backwards. I just feel like you go halfway and then you go forward all the way. So anything that seems to be going backwards, just go with it. I don't feel you frustrated by it, but then it's like what it is giving you momentum to go all the way around, to get that speed up. Think of it as if you're out and you decide, I'm going to exercise, and day one you go and you do 3 miles, and then the next day it's like you do 2, then you can only do 1.5, but then all of a sudden you do 2, then 2.5, then 3.5, and then you're going forward. That kind of a thing. So everything's building up, all right? So there is really no backward because it's bringing you momentum. For some of you, I feel as though, I want to say with love, but you do receive insight and information, but you don't like it so much because it feels like a burden. It feels like a heaviness. So just remember that you're only the vehicle through which information flows through. We are responsible for what we say, what we put out in the world, but you're also learning at the same time. So don't curse yourself if you're just learning. You're learning. So learn how to be you. I also see they're doing a lot of this. So this is communicating and communicating with money, prosperity. Let me put this money towards this. I feel like very thoughtful, very kind, very mindful of where this should go and what this is for, and etc. like that. Let's see for that whole week. I hear a little bit of summertime blues. So some of you are going to feel like you wish that you were feeling summertime more, or you're missing feeling energetic and out in the sunshine, or you've been indoors too much, and so they're ramping up your energy to get moving forward. They said, let that be a signal that things are getting ready to shift and you're going to be out there more, that it's not, that more of that is going to continue for you. You know, that light deprivation from the sunlight really is, it's a real thing. We really do need the vitamins and the rays of the sun. It really does feed our energy. And a lot of you, I see, it's like a train, and I see it's going full force ahead. It's just going so full force ahead. And not like a bullet train, but just very, like it's a healthy train. It's moving forward. It's consistent. It knows where it's going. It won't be stopped, and it's on its way. And it feels so, so, so good. So good. Yeah, quite a nice journey a lot of you are going to be on. It feels really, really good. Yeah, just a lot of joy, a lot of happiness coming in with this. I also hear something about mom and dad and glad. So I hear that your parents will be glad that this is happening for you. They'll be, it's like you're their pot of gold, you're their light, and they want your light to be shown to the rest of the world as well. So I feel like you have a good team there for you, wishing you well on your journeys. I also see there's some business to take care of. It's not heavy. When it's heavy, I'll see a black briefcase. This is a brown one. I feel like there's some papers, transfer of properties or transfer of titleship or something, which that can be kind of important, but it's like just something that needs to be done. So you're just signing off on some things. Yeah, but I feel like it's very consistent with what needs to be done and what's moving forward for you as well. Let me see if there's anything else for the whole. Tons of clarity. so many are going to be like, oh my God, I'm seeing things so clear. You know, it's like looking through glasses. I wear glasses, so many of us take them off and go, what was I doing? You know, because they're so, you know, messy. And it's like everything's going to be clear out in front of you. And and again, I'm hearing consistent. So it feels very good. Very good. So let's see what we have here. Manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with the light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms, my intellect shines, and my inner light grows. Okay. So with that, namaste, and thank you all so very much. Thank you for liking and sharing. I appreciate it so much, and God bless you all.